The house caught fire, and my firefighter husband called everyone to go save his suicidal first love. I didn't call him. I just watched my carefully decorated home burn to ashes. In my past life, he answered my call first and came to save me while I was pregnant. His first love had a mental breakdown and jumped from the 18th floor, left unrecognizable. My husband always said he didn't regret saving me and the baby, and we went ahead with our wedding. But on our wedding day, he broke my leg and forced me to kneel at his first love's grave. The house fire wasn't even that big. Cherry, you did it on purpose to keep me away from her. I couldn't even see her one last time. Lily was so kind. Why wasn't it you instead? When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day the fire happened. This time, since he wanted to save his first love, I let him. I decided to give up. Thick smoke surrounded me. I coughed uncontrollably and quickly took out my phone to call the fire department. The voice on the other end was one I knew all too well. Sis-in-law, Leon said you'd call. Didn't expect you actually would. It was my fiancé Leon's comrade and best friend. Ray, there's a fire at my place. Could you send someone over quickly? Just as I spoke, the wooden wardrobe cracked and collapsed from the fire. The burning wood brushed against my skin, and the searing pain made me gasp and wince. In this urgent situation, Ray's tone was light, totally ignoring what I said. Sis-in-law, stop acting. Leon told me you'd be jealous, because he went to save his first love. So you're making a false alarm. Honestly, there aren't many people left in the team. Quit messing around. There's a real life or death situation over there. You and Leon are about to get married. Imagining things like this isn't good for your relationship. The fire grew stronger. I couldn't focus on Ray's lecture anymore and hung up. I couldn't care less what he thought. Gazing at the house that held 5 years of memories with Leon, I sighed, resting a hand on my lower belly. I didn't expect to relive this moment. In my past life, this fire also happened. Back then, I directly called Leon. He rushed over with his team to put out the fire. His first love, Lily, called him over 10 times, but he didn't hear it. Later, we found out that Lily had a breakdown that day and jumped from the 18th floor. Surviving the ordeal, I clung to Leon, crying while he said he didn't regret saving me and our baby. Our wedding happened on schedule. I wore the wedding dress I had dreamed of and thought we were starting a new life together. But then he hit me with the harsh reality. Leon broke my leg. My wedding dress was stained red with my blood, but he didn't care. He drove me to the place where Lily jumped, pressing me to apologize at her grave. I didn't understand what I did wrong. Leon was my fiancé, the father of my child. Why was saving me his mistake? Leon didn't care. His eyes were red, like a madman mourning a deep loss. The fire wasn't even that big. Cherry, you kept me away on purpose, and I missed seeing her one last time. If not for Lily's diary, I wouldn't have known how evil you are. Her depression was your fault too. Lily was so kind. Why didn't you die instead? I had no idea what he was talking about. But Leon had truly lost his mind. Now you'll know what it's like to lose someone you care about. My screams didn't elicit any mercy. He dragged me like a dead dog into a dark room. I begged him to let me go, questioning what our years together meant. Leon was unmoved. He even poured gasoline in the room. My last memory was him looking down at me, like we weren't newlyweds, but enemies with a blood feud. He took out a lighter, igniting the gasoline. Thinking about spending those 5 years with a woman as evil as you makes me sick. Didn't you like pretending the house was on fire to get me home? Now you'll really know what it's like to be burned alive. Burning to death is pain beyond words. I still can't forget the excruciating pain that cut to the bone. Now, I was again facing the threat of burning to death. I thought that by not calling Leon, I wouldn't repeat the past. But he was ruthless, telling his team I was faking it. My belly throbbed, like the child inside me reminding me how heartless this man was. I'd been with Leon for 5 years. This house, we bought it 2 years ago as our marital home. It was an old complex, not very big, but I didn't mind. We were just regular working people, and owning a place in this pricey city was no small feat. My parents passed away early. All I ever wanted was a happy family. In moments of passion, Leon promised many times he'd make me happy. I really believed him. Every piece of furniture in our home was chosen by us. I lovingly cared for the flowers on the balcony. I nurtured this place with love, making it into the cozy home I imagined. But, like the suddenly aging electrical wires, our relationship had long been plagued with problems. In every seemingly ordinary day, there were hidden dangers aplenty. I calmly took out the photo album that meant so much to me. It held pictures from every moment of the past 5 years with Leon. He used to joke about passing it down to our kids someday. But in just one moment, the paper album became ashes in the fire. The flames got fiercer, consuming the wooden bedroom door, the bed, and the curtains. Rushing towards me, my only escape seemed to be the window. I quickly climbed out, standing on the air conditioner unit, gripping the scorching hot window frame. I knew the danger wasn't over. Here I am on the 5th floor. It's not really high, but being pregnant, falling could be disastrous. A crowd started gathering below, mostly neighbors I recognize. "Hold on tight, don't let go," someone shouted. We called the fire department. Even if some of these folks barely know me, they are genuinely worried for my safety. But Leon, who's been with me for over 5 years, shows no concern. I let out a bitter laugh, realizing what it means to trust the wrong person. With all the calls coming in, Ray at the fire department eventually figured something was wrong. 1 or 2 calls could be a prank, but so many people calling, getting more frantic, made him uneasy. Most of the team got pulled away by Leon to help Lily, so Ray couldn't even respond. No one was left to join him. My neighbors waited impatiently for the firefighters, but I was already getting shaky. My stomach hurt, making me pale and trembling. Blisters had formed on my hands, making it hard to hold the railing. As people gasped below, I finally lost my grip and fell. Suddenly, flashes of my early days with Leon came back. We met through a blind date and clicked instantly. We both avoided spicy food, loved movies, documentaries, plants, and pets. I thought we were perfect together, and once believed he felt the same. He was attentive and even swore on my deceased parents' graves he'd always be good to me. Never did I suspect Leon had someone else in his heart. Everyone said he adored me, and I believed like a fool. Until Lily, his first love, came back from abroad. That rainy night, she called Leon after we'd gone to bed, and he left despite my protests. Looking back, I should have realized how important Lily was to him. Instead, I let him dismiss it by saying she had depression and needed him, as if Lily couldn't see a doctor or get medication, and had to rely on someone else's fiancé. Every time, in the dead of night, I couldn't believe she had no ulterior motives. Yet through Leon, Lily added me on social media, acting like they were innocent, fearing I'd misunderstand. But her so-called innocent photos spoke volumes. Movie screens, Leon cooking for her, him sleeping, and their hands clasped. We fought countless times over her provocations, but each time, Leon would just rub his temples, treating me like I'm irrational. "Cherry, I'm really tired. I just don't want her to harm herself. There's really nothing between us. Can you stop with this?" Now seeing how he reacted after her death, there's no way there was nothing. He would even go so far as to jeopardize our child's life for Lily. Living again, pushed to the brink by him. I harbor no illusions. Leon never loved me. I chose wrong. I survived by luck. As I fell, some caring neighbors tried to catch me. They kept me from hitting the ground too hard. But even so, being pregnant, the impact was harsh. Blood was everywhere when Ray finally arrived with some off-duty colleagues. Surrounded, I lay pale and burned, my white dress soaked in blood. Sis, Ray stammered, breaking through. Flustered, "What's this? Leon said you were faking it." The pain drained my energy, leaving me breathless, staring coldly. "You really just follow Leon blindly, don't you? Whatever he says, goes." The neighbors, too, were furious. "What kind of fire department are you? Totally irresponsible. Nearly took a whole hour to show up." "Yeah, what if the fire got out of control? That's on you. And she's pregnant, for heaven's sake. Doesn't look good." Chastised, Ray hung his head low, avoiding my gaze. He stayed by our side heading to the hospital, repeatedly apologizing. "I'm so sorry, I didn't think it would turn out this way. It's my fault for trusting Leon too much. A nurse interrupted. Stop bothering her. Her condition's bad. Are you family? Ray shook his head. The nurse then added, you better contact someone, she might need a signature later. Panicking, Ray called Leon. The phone connected quickly. Hey Ray, what's up? Probably wanting me to overhear. Ray turned on the speaker. Leon's voice sent chills down my spine. Over the noise, sounding like someone was crying on his end. Ray didn't notice. Straight up told Leon everything. Leon, there really was a fire. Sis jumped downstairs and is heading to the hospital. You better come, she might need a signature. Unexpectedly, Leon let out a scornful laugh, acting like he was in on some secret. Ray, how much did Cherry pay you to help her trick me? Even if it was true, my place is just on the 5th floor. How could she even die from that? Leon was talking, and then another soft, weak female voice came through the phone. Sweetheart, is Cherry in trouble? Maybe you should go be with her. I can manage being alone here. Don't worry, I won't jump again. It's just that living is really exhausting sometimes. The voice was clearly Lily. Leon hadn't even hung up when he rushed to reassure her. Cherry's just putting on an act. What could possibly happen to her? Come on, Lily, don't overthink. I'm not going anywhere. I'll stay right here with you. Okay. His voice was gentle, almost like he was soothing a child. Listening to him made me feel sick. He always believed whatever Lily said. And with me, everything was just acting. Such blatant double standards. How could Leon think he was so innocent? Ray seemed a bit stunned too. Leon, this is your wife and kid you're ignoring to deal with your first love suicide drama. Have you lost your mind? Maybe he didn't want Lily to hear. But Leon seemed to change his spot to take the call. He was clearly annoyed at Ray's accusation. Ray, who do you think you are talking to me like that? She's not really my wife, we didn't even register anything. If you're interested, go ahead and chat her up yourself. Ray felt like yanking him through the phone. Leon, you really are something else. I never should have trusted you. Leon replied with a mocking laugh. So what? It's not like she'd really die. Being so afraid of everything. I'm just making her pay a bit of a price, so she stops the drama. Anyway, I'm off to be with Lily. Later, Ray wanted to keep yelling at him, but Leon hung up so fast. Ray almost smashed his phone in anger. Everyone in the car overheard Leon's cold words and looked at me with sympathy. I took a deep breath, even knowing how heartless Leon was. A part of my heart couldn't help but ache a little. After all, it was 5 whole years of my life. I truly loved him once, even planned on building a family together. I gently touched my belly. Maybe it was motherly instincts, but the intense ache from before seemed to fade. Yet, the medical staff's faces grew paler. The patient's blood pressure is dropping. Quick, prepare for resuscitation. When I opened my eyes again, it felt like a different world. I stared blankly at the white ceiling, struggling to recall everything that happened. My hand instinctively went to my belly, but it was now flat and empty. The heavy burden I once found exhausting was gone. I didn't cry, though I felt something itchy on my cheek. As I raised my hand to touch it, I found it damp with tears. Linda walked in from outside the room, saw I was awake, and quickly called a nurse. She took my hand gently and spoke with a voice full of sympathy. Cherry, you're still young. There will be more children in the future. I didn't respond, but the way I withdrew my hand made my feelings clear. Linda's expression stiffened. We always had a good relationship, but she was still Leon's mom. Seeing my distant demeanor, Linda sighed. Cherry, I know you've been wronged. You two have been together over 5 years. I've seen it all. It's not easy with the wedding already set. I don't have a daughter, but I've always thought of you as one. None of us wanted this to happen. This time, Leon did go too far. When he gets here, I'll make him apologize. Okay. I continued to say nothing, only staring up at the ceiling. After a long pause, I finally spoke. You always say you see me as a daughter, but if you actually had one, and this happened to her, would you forgive that man? If my parents were still here, knowing how Leon treated me, they'd definitely never forgive him. Can you understand that? Aunt Linda, I was straightforward. and Linda was caught off guard, unsure how to answer. Honestly, if she really had a daughter, she wouldn't let her stay with someone like Leon, ignoring his own girlfriend and kid to be with his first love. Unbelievable. Thinking of Leon's behavior, Linda was furious and took out her phone to call him again. Where the heck are you? Didn't I tell you Cherry's in the hospital and needs you? Leon casually replied. Lily hurt her foot. I'm getting it checked out. It's not like Cherry's dying. What's the rush? His attitude made Linda fuming. Cherry had a miscarriage, and you're out with someone else. Get over here now. Miscarriage? How could she miscarry? Come on, Mom, you're joking, right? Leon sounded like he'd just heard a hilarious joke. Alright, Mom, it'll be over later. First Ray, now you. What did Cherry do to put you under her spell? He muttered as he hung up. An hour later, he finally showed up, but following right behind him was Lily. Who else would it be? Lily, in her pink floral dress, shrank back like a scared bird when she saw me, clinging to Leon's back. Leon, Cherry's staring at me. It's terrifying. Leon immediately acted like a knight defending a damsel, shooting me a furious look. Cherry, how many times do I have to tell you? Lily's sick. Stop picking on her. Okay. I almost laughed bitterly. Linda, frustrated, shed raised such a blind and clueless son, gave Leon a smack on the head. What did Cherry do? She's lying in a hospital bed. You just went off on her without knowing the full story. Do you even realize she just had a miscarriage and is still recovering? Leon didn't respond immediately, just stared at me in surprise. Lily seemed restless. What? Miscarriage? Cherry had a miscarriage. It's all my fault. If I hadn't gotten sick, Cherry wouldn't be in this situation because of me. Tears welled up, and soon she was crying. You gotta hand it to Lily, her acting skills are something else. If only those highly paid actors had her talent, maybe their shows wouldn't get so much flack. But some guys really do have a soft spot for this damsel in distress act. I saw Leon waver again, and I wasn't shocked at all. Instead of backing me up, he comforted Lily. You can't blame yourself for this. The miscarriage was her carelessness. Besides, if she didn't give you depression in the first place, you wouldn't have harmed yourself repeatedly. Honestly, this outcome she brought on herself. I snorted, almost forgetting about this. In the past life, Leon claimed he saw in Lily's diary, it was me who made her depressed. It never made sense. I didn't even know her before I dated Leon. How could I possibly cause her depression? Hearing me laugh, Leon frowned, stepping closer like he was tossing me scraps. Fine, you're a bit upset, but is it really such a big deal? You kinda owe Lily. You can have another baby after the miscarriage. Why am I even here? I flexed my wrist slightly. Leon, can you come a bit closer? I need to discuss something. Leon eyed me warily, leaning in slowly. As his face got closer, I gathered all my strength and slapped him hard. Smack. The sound echoed, leaving the room dead silent. Leon staggered, face turned to the side, staring at me in disbelief. Never had he imagined I'd hit him so coldly. As we locked eyes, his pupils darted nervously. My love and expectations for him had vanished into thin air. Staring at him, it felt no different than looking at a stranger. Leon, we're done. Instinctively, Leon tried to win me back, but as he opened his mouth, he laughed. Cherry, what's this new game you're playing? You think I won't actually break up with you, right? I'm telling you, playing hard to get won't work on me. I gave him an icy stare. Leon was so confident. Truth is, I'd given him every reason to be. Each time we fought over Lily, I'd buckle, not wanting to end things, but he forgot. My compromises were out of love for him and our unborn child. I compromised to build a happy home. Now, the child's gone. A happy home isn't possible. And I don't love him anymore. Why on earth should I keep putting myself down for him? Think what you will. We never got a license anyway. The house we bought together, restored $5,050, so pay me my share. Handle the wedding cancellations yourself. I'll give you the contact details later. After I said all that, I noticed the faint smile on Lily's face behind Leon's back. She was secretly thrilled, though Leon remained oblivious, standing resolute. What's that supposed to mean? Over this, you really wanna break up? Didn't you realize what I do? I just couldn't watch a life fade away. So I helped Lily out a bit more. Why are you so relentless? After a deep breath, Leon added, fine, you lost the baby. Consider it a peace offering to Lily. I'll keep my distance from her. Okay. That was probably the closest to a concession Leon had ever made. We fought endless battles over Lily, and it was the first time he ever offered to stay away. Lily, still reveling in her part victory, looked uneasy. She frowned, ready to turn on the acting chops again, when she met my knowing, amused gaze, and froze. I spoke slowly. Leon, there's something you got wrong. I don't have a thing for picking up trash. Also, you keep saying I owe Lily. What exactly did I do? Leon's eyes went blank, then refocused with a scary clarity. After you started dating me, didn't you look into Lily? Weren't you the one who sent emails urging her classmates abroad to bully her? If it wasn't for you, she wouldn't have gotten depression. Honestly, you owe Lily an apology. Leon, thinking he was on the side of justice, spoke louder, but Lily's face turned increasingly awkward. Caught off guard, her guilty stance made me laugh uncontrollably. So who told you that? I sent emails abroad. What could I have sent to make her classmates bully her? Leon, I don't even know if you think too highly or too lowly of me. Leon hesitated, but then seemed to recall something. I saw your sent emails. There was one sent overseas. Linda, silent up till now, interjected, looking at Leon with disappointment. I asked Cherry to send it for me. Your aunt works at that school as a professor. Did you forget? Leon turned pale. No way, Mom. Why would you email Aunt? She doesn't check her phone during work, just her computer. Didn't you know? Leon never thought the truth would turn out like this. He stiffly turned, looking at Lily, who was completely lost. Didn't you tell me back then that it wasn't Cherry's fault? That it was because you weren't good enough and made her feel insecure. So you just went along with my words and dumped all the blame on Cherry. Lily didn't dare to look up at him. Leon grabbed her shoulders. Speak up. He was gripping so hard that Lily let out a small cry of pain. She looked scared with tears welling up in her eyes. It was a misunderstanding, but I never said the one sending emails was Cherry. She still tried to argue, but Linda couldn't stand by any longer. She made an overseas call to Leon's aunt to ask about Lily. Lily, I know this student. Her stuff about dating 5 or 6 people at once got exposed, and those people were all taken. She was kind of infamous at school for that. Later, she got caught cheating on exams multiple times, and then got expelled. Why are you asking about her? Linda had the call on speaker, hearing her own deeds being spilled all at once. Lily broke down. No, it's not like that. Leon, let me explain. She tried to grab Leon's hand, but he just shook her off. Leon gave a bitter smile as he glanced at me, still frail on the hospital bed. Lily, so you were bullied because you're a homewrecker, and yet you managed to blame it on others. I actually believed your lies, and it hurt my own woman and child. Seeing the disgust in his eyes, Lily snapped, rushing to the window with one foot already outside, looking like she was about to jump. Leon, you said you'd protect me. Are you regretting it now? She had tears in her eyes, still looking all pitiful. But this time, Leon didn't feel any compassion like before. He looked at me with guilt. Cherry, I'm sorry. It was my fault. I was blinded by her lies and did so many things that hurt you. But I really do still love you. Can you give me another chance? Before I could even reprimand him, Lily screamed, having been ignored for the first time. Leon, you said you love her. Then why did you sleep with me at my place the night before last? Are you just a jerk? Leon flinched, not expecting her to reveal his secret like that. He was panicky, trying to explain to me, but saw that I looked completely unbothered, as if it wasn't even a surprise. I raised an eyebrow, my tone mocking. You think I didn't know? You're sweet, innocent. Lily sent me photos every time. I told you long ago. Leon widened his eyes. Before, he could have claimed he was deceived, but with the truth out, he had no excuse. Facing my mocking eyes and Linda's disappointed glare, Leon knew his facade was utterly shattered. He was pinned on the pillar of shame. In anger and embarrassment, Leon turned on Lily. Even if I did sleep with you, wasn't it you who seduced me? You kept calling me over at night, wearing lace camisoles, crawling into my arms. I'm just a hot-blooded man. Is this all on me? Why do you come running every time when I call? Don't tell me you don't know your own intentions. Lily wasn't backing down either. The argument escalated, both of them eager to rip the cover off the other's shame. Lily started by the window, initially trying to manipulate Leon into siding with her again through threats of jumping. But with the fight getting so heated, she lost her balance and slipped. Help, I don't want to die. Help me. She clung desperately to the window ledge, screaming for help. Everyone in the room was stunned. Leon, don't just stand there. Save her, I shouted, snapping Leon back to reality as he reached out to grab Lily. But whether it was karma or something else, just a second before he could reach her, Lily lost her grip, falling with terror on her face. A heavy thud. That's the sound of a body landing. All her previous threats of jumping ended with an actual fall. I took a deep breath, feeling neither satisfied nor regretful. After Lily's fall, we as witnesses underwent investigation. Once it was clear she insisted on jumping, the cops even checked her medical records. Turns out, Lily wasn't suffering from any illness at all. Her depression was just one big lie. Leon was even more devastated, showing the police her cries for help and talks of jumping as proof. If she wasn't depressed, then all this was just fake. The police nodded. Based on mine and Linda's accounts, they pieced together our tangled relationships. If Leon wasn't such a fool, maybe they'd have some sympathy for his deception. But now, he got what he deserved. Without surveillance in the room, Leon couldn't prove his innocence. Lily's parents hassled him for ages, even demanding $5 million in compensation. Both families caused a huge fuss for a long time. By the time Leon finally cleared up the mess, I had quietly checked myself out of the hospital. When he called, I was already on a train heading out of town. Cherry, where did you go? I stared at the scenery outside, my voice steady. What does it matter to you, Leon? We broke up already. Leon was getting anxious. No, please don't break up. Cherry, give me another chance. We've been together for 5 years. We're about to get married. Cherry, I'm begging you, don't leave me. I let out a sarcastic laugh. Stop the act. If you were really that devoted, why didn't you think about me when you were tangled up with Lily? I was pregnant, and we were about to marry. Do you really think causing a miscarriage was the only thing you did? If things had been worse that day, I might not be alive. What makes you think I'd forgive you? Leon, I've told you, I don't need trash. And in a past life, I already gave my life for you. It was the first time I mentioned the past life in front of Leon. He was silent for what seemed like ages on the other end of the line, so long that I was about to hang up when he finally spoke. Cherry, I never expected you also reincarnated. There are a lot of things you didn't expect. I sneered and was about to cut the call when I heard him softly say I'm sorry. Sorry, the most useless 3 words ever. He hurt my baby and cost me a life, thinking those empty words could win back my forgiveness. Dream on. After finding out I was also reborn, Leon actually left me alone. He didn't have the time to bother me anyway. Ray and those firefighter colleagues were fed up after learning what Leon had done. They reported him to the higher-ups for abusing his authority to save his ex, who was faking depression. Some nosy onlookers heard our fight in the hospital and posted a vivid account online. People just love drama, and Leon became an instant internet sensation. But everyone was just trashing him because of public pressure. The boss who once admired Leon and was only going to suspend him ended up firing him with a severe reprimand. He could never strut around in that uniform again. As for me, I didn't get stuck on the past. After getting half the money for the house, I went back to my hometown to open a little dessert shop. Thanks to its nice decor and all the greenery, it became a local hotspot. I'm not rolling in cash, but I'm definitely good. A few years later, I bought a small 600 square foot apartment in town, living alone with a cat and a dog. More than comfortable. The next time I heard about Leon, it was Linda who called me. Her voice was shaky, begging me to see Leon one last time. Apparently, after he lost his job and broke up with me, his life fell apart. He developed severe depression, locking himself away and drinking heavily. A week ago, Linda and his dad dragged him out for a health check. because of the drinking and erratic lifestyle. At just 30, Leon was diagnosed with later-stage liver cancer. Maybe he felt like a burden, or maybe for other reasons. He drove out Linda and his dad and set fire to our old place. He was rescued, but it was the end of the line. "Mom, is it her?" I heard a weak voice on the phone. The next second, the phone was handed over to Leon. He was breathing heavily, like each breath was painful. "Cherry, now I understand the pain. I'm sorry, really sorry. Don't come. I don't want you to see me like this." He rambled on until Linda realized I had hung up long ago. Getting involved with this stuff is such bad luck. Leisurely, I began watering the succulent I had just bought. Full of life and hope. That's what my life is about.